Hey guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be making a custom USB stick, and what I'm going to be using is this Hot Wheels car here. So this is a Audi RS4 Avant from 1994. This is a, oh come on, focus, there we go. Yeah, this is my favourite car, probably of all time. It's if you don't know the history of this, what I'll do, I'll leave a video from Doug DeMiro about the real version of this car down in the description. But basically, to sum it up, it's an Audi station wagon, as the Americans call it. We call them estate cars. That was actually manufactured by Porsche, of all people, for Audi, and it's kind of like the start of RS Audis. But yeah, so this is probably my favourite car of all time. So I wanted to carry it around with me as a USB stick, basically. So what I'll be doing, I've got this SanDisk USB stick here. This is USB-C USB stick. It's I think it's 128 gigabytes. So I'm going to be putting this in this. So the first thing to do is to take the shell off, which Blue Peter style I'd prepared earlier. And it turns out that the USB-C, come on, focus, I don't know if you can see that, but the USB-C connector is pretty much the exact same size as the number plate on this car. So my plan was to take this apart and then cut out the the number plate with a Dremel, and then tidy it up and insert this USB-C. And this memory stick has two ends, but I'm going to sacrifice it and make it USB-C only, and have it come out the number plate. So we're going to head down to my workshop downstairs to start this off, because the first thing we need to do is get the Dremel out, or the drill, and drill out these two rivets here. So I'll meet you down there. Right, so here we are in my workshop. Sorry, it's a bit messy. I've got my car here. I'll just put him upside down on a piece of paper so it doesn't get scratched up. And then I've got my 3mm drill bit here. If the camera wanted to focus on it. Is it going to do it now? But you know what I mean. 3mm, and then we're just going to drill out these two rivets. So I'll do that and come back to you, because I can't really do that whilst holding the drill and the camera. Okay, so I've now drilled that out. Are you going to focus? There we go. I've now drilled that out. What I would recommend is, first off, use the 3mm to kind of go as far as you can, and then just go do one round with a 4mm drill bit, just to kind of crop it off. And then if you've got some kind of blunt tool, like this is what I use for electronics, but even just like a butter knife, just to pick at the ring, at the metal, and you'll get these little, I don't really have any now because I've just cleared them all away, but you get these little, it'll just kind of pick it away, and then you just pull it up from the side, and there you go. That takes off the bottom. So now we can have a proper look at where did I put that USB stick? Well, oh, is it in my pocket? There it is. So now we can have a look at the fitting of this USB stick in the car. Oh, the interior fell out. So yeah, if you don't know, most pretty much every Hot Wheels car is made up of 4 components here. So you've got the deck with the wheels, you got the interior like that, you got the windows, which are pretty much always clear, and then you have the die cast metal frame. So these bits are all plastic and this bit is metal, this bit's die cast, and then painted. So if you wanted to paint it also, this is a good guide how to take it apart to paint the shell, but I'm not going to be doing that because I like this colour blue. This is the colour blue. If I was to buy this car in real life, this would be the colour I'd be trying to get. Mind you, I believe they only made it in 3 colours anyway. I think it was blue, silver and black, so you wouldn't really have much choice. But it looks like those pillars are going to get in the way, so I might have to grind down that back pillar, and then I should just be able to fit that in there with some hot glue, and this should work. So I'll go and do that and come back. Right, so I'm back with you here. I've drilled, come on, what is the focus on this camera doing at the moment? So I've drilled out the number plate there and filed it in so that the USB-C port on this fits through the hole there. Obviously it's not going to go in that way, but the problem now is that support post kind of gets in the way. So I've been grinding it down a bit with this Dremel, and hopefully I can grind it down just enough to where this will then sit, so it will support that and keep it flush. So yeah. Okay, so the next test before we go any further is to see that with it poking out like that, whether it will actually connect to a PC or not. So what I'm going to do, I've got a USB-C port right here, and I'm just going to plug it in there, and yeah, there we go. That's come up there, USB drive K. So that's all working. So that's good. That's a good step to know that if we go any further, it will still work. So after that, I've worked out from putting this inside the car that luckily this USB stick lines up with these 2 prongs and lines up with the back of this. So all I should need to do is cut those off and cut in line with them back to this, and then obviously take the junk out there, which will affect the back seats a little bit, but you can't really see them from inside the car anyway, so it shouldn't affect the aesthetics too much. But yeah, that's the next step. Right, so I'm back up here again. Basically, what I had to do, I cut that bit out. Yeah, it's a little rough around the edges, but you really don't see it once it's assembled. I also had to cut a gap in the bumper of the inside of this bit, and as you can see, I had to take out the wheels because the plastics, like this bit, the plastics that held them in got in the way, so there would be no wheels. Now the way Hot Wheels wheels work is that each wheel spins freely on the axle, so you can actually hold on to the axle lock and roll it and they spin on their own. So what I had to do is mutilate the USB stick and cut a groove in it that's just the width of the axle. And I had tested this, it does still work. In fact, I can show you if we just wake up the computer, and I'll just swap to the wide angle. Oh, won't let me swap to the wide angle for some reason. I think it might be because my phone's a bit too hot because it's charging. But if I just show you, if I pull the camera back, show you, plug in that in. And then there you go, it shows up. So yeah, that still works. So now it's time to assemble it. So I'll just pop you down here. Oh, no, that's not going to work, is it? What can I do? I'll think of something and then I'll show you. Okay, so I've got the camera set up there now for you. So yeah, basically the way this now assembles is I pop the windscreen back in, just drops into place, and then we now put in this bit, which is the interior. Goes in this way around. Like that. Oh, the other thing I had to do when I was doing this was just grind down that post a little bit more because it was still just a bit too high. So I just had to grind that down until it was flush with this plastic. Now, put in the USB stick. So we slot that in like that. This went in a bit easier last time. Okay, so it appears, because I was testing this all without the windows in, because I didn't want to scratch them, that it appears that that extra millimetre on this bit means that it's not fitting. So what I might just do here is just be very careful and clip this off because I can always come back with a better super glue, which is how I was planning to finish this off anyway. So let's just give that another test fit now. Yep, that way around. Push that in. Like that. That's a little bit better, but still won't quite go in. So it looks like I might have to. Okay. I might have to take another trip down to the workshop and just file some things down a little bit more, because yeah, I didn't really account for this window in there actually adding height. So I'll be back in just a jiffy. Okay, so I've been down and filed this down a little bit more. So this all looks a bit rough around the edges, but honestly it doesn't really matter about fit and finish in here because it's all going to be hidden away. It's one thing I learned when doing these kinds of things is only spend time prettying things up if people are actually going to see it. Now that already fits better, but it's still going to need some work. It seems like I've kind of got it right down here, but it's not quite met up here yet. Okay, so back in another minute, although it'll be seconds for you. Right, okay, so as you can see now, I've took quite a large piece of material away there because it's plastic and it was quite thin, so taking it down to the depth that I wanted it to kind of just removed it altogether. So we'll pop that back in, and yeah, that fits perfect now. So we'll pop the wheels on, and hopefully this just clips right on. Yeah, it does. No, not quite. It's there's something that you shouldn't be able to see any of this side plastic. Basically, it should just be like the front here, where it's come on, why are you focusing on my hand and not the car? Should be like that, where you can't see anything. So there's something kind of getting in the way. Okay, so I might just need to take a little bit more of this USB stick too. So I will do that, and I'll be right back once again. Alright, so as you can tell, this has been a very incremental process, and you haven't even seen half of what it took. A lot of this has just been taking away a little bit at a time, testing it. Nope, doesn't work. Take a little bit more off, because I want to try and keep this as in stock condition as possible. And it would have been easy if I'd have just it'd have been easy if I could have just took swaths of material away at a time, but I don't really want to do that. I want to try and keep this as stock as possible. So there's still something just keeping that from closing. So I took a bit of more material off. yeah, what I might actually just do is put a slight. There we go. Oh no, still not quite. Okay, so what I might have to do here is just clip a little bit more of this off. We've got some basic tools up here, but I don't really want to start using the... Ah, there we go. And now it fits perfect. And does it still drive? Yeah, still. I'm sure you can see that there. Oh, both wheels rolling. Both wheels rolling. And the ultimate question is, I just wake up the computer. Should let me do... No, it doesn't. Why does it not let me swap? I don't know why it's not letting me swap to the right angle. But if I go and plug that in, it then it should then pop up on here. There we go. And then if I unplug it, plug it back in again, and then it should pop up. And my computer's just being slow. There you go. So I'm just gonna pop you back on here, and then we're gonna grab this in here. Yeah. So how we're going to attach this back all together is with some super glue, some out of focus super glue. Yeah, that's how we're going to do this. It's actually kind of cool, that look. It kind of looks like some ridiculous JDM exhaust pipe. So it almost kind of looks like it belongs. I think it's a good job I went with USB-C. If I'd have gone with USB-A, it might not have quite looked right. But USB-C is quite small, so yeah. Anyway, let's get this going. So, don't really need to super glue that bit there to the frame in any way really, but I'm just going to put a couple of dabs that you can't see. I'm going to do this so you can see. I'm just going to put some dabs all the way around here like that for the memory stick, and I'll pop that through the slot, get him in position, and hold him down, and this should fully super glue that in place. It should have dried now. I'm going to pop a bit on the top there for the axle, and pop this back together. Let's pop a bit pop a lovely nice little bit all down there, and just pop him back on, hold him down, and then in a second or two, I should imagine that's dry now. There we go, all back together. I now have a functioning Audi RS4 Avant USB stick. Yeah, that's the end of the video, I guess. Let me know in the comments if you really like this, if you want me to try another one maybe. Now I've tried one, I think I could do it a little bit easier the next time. And if you want me to do another one, let me know which car I should try. And if you did enjoy this, give it a thumbs up. You know, I'm not a very big YouTuber. In fact, you could say I'm a minuscule YouTuber. I barely have any subscribers at the moment, so I would really appreciate that too, if you would so much be as kind as to subscribe to me. I would really appreciate that. Anyway, till the next video, peace out, and I'll catch you next time.